Kelly from Kelly's Krafts. I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator out of the San Francisco Bay Area, and today I'm here to talk to you about the Stampin' Up Stampin' Positioner. I've had a lot of questions about how to use this, and so I am here to give you my opinion of the pros and cons of using this wonderful tool. I think you're going to fall in love with it. So let me show you how it works. Here we go. All right, guys. So here is your Stampin' Up Stampin' Positioner. It comes in 6 different pieces. So you have your main cover piece. You also have a smaller strip piece if you're going to be working with some repeating designs, and we'll go into that in a little bit. It comes with a couple really strong magnets. Each magnet has a little flap on it to make it easier to pick them up and to hold them for repositioning. You've got some grid line paper to help you line up your projects where you need them. And then, of course, you have your base. So let's start out with a project so you can see how this works. I am going to grab this Pretty Florals stamp set. And as you can see, I already have a bunch of pieces in here and dies, but I am going to be using I'm going to be using this guy and this guy at first. We'll be using some more as well. And of course I need a project piece. And I'm just going to do this way. All right, so I'm going to say, we're going to put that right there. I'm going to hold it down in these upper corners. And then I'm going to lay these out. I'm going to start with this middle one. Let me just, I want to do this flower. So I want to make sure I don't have, that I have enough room for the stem and everything. Yeah. All right. Tiny bit more. So I'm going to do that right there. And then I'm going to have this one next to it. And I think I'm going to have it kind of cockeyed. And again, let's decide. I'm going to do these 3 flowers. Plenty of room. I can actually bring these up a little bit. All right, so I'm happy with that. And now I'm going to put the cover back on. This cover has 2 holes in it, and those 2 holes are going to fit right over these pegs here. These pegs are spring-loaded. Also, on the underside of the cover, these 2 legs are spring-loaded. So how this is going to work is you'll put those 2 holes over the pegs, and you'll see this whole thing is now spring-loaded. So what's going to happen is I'm going to press this down. It's going to go ahead and get my stamps stuck to the cover. So when I take this off, they're stuck and ready to be inked. I just want to make sure that my card is right where I want it. Sometimes when you're sticking the stamps to them and you remove them like I did, it can tug on your piece of cardstock and therefore move it a little bit. So that's why I was just making sure that's all the way flush up against these little tiny little pegs actually. All right, so I am going to take some Shy Shamrock and I'm going to go just like this. I'm going to tap on them a few times till everything looks good and covered. I'm going to turn that back over, put them in those peg holes, drop it down. What's nice about this is it's not touching my paper yet. So once I have it all aligned in their pegs, I know that it's safely in place. It's not going to move around any. And then I'm just going to press. And that's really all that's needed. I'll give it just an extra little kind of press around it a little bit. Make sure that it's got some even pressure there. Once I remove it, as you can see, nice images. Had there been, and I might get that on this next one, I'll try to, had there been a spot that it didn't quite get, you can re-ink it up again, stamp it, press it down, try to get better coverage, and then voila. So I'm going to move this. First thing I'm going to do is give it just a little bit of a chamois. Because as I lay it down, I want to make sure I don't get it on the cardstock. So I'm going to take this off, and now I think I want to have it maybe over here. Like, yeah, like that. So again, I'm just going to leave this on just for the heck of it. It's not going to be in the way. And I don't have it inked or anything. So I'm going to go like this. I'm going to press it down. I'm going to pick up that other ink pad. There it is, sticking, as you can see. We'll get that lined up again at the top. Get some ink on here. Now I'm really moving stuff around. There we go. I'm going to ink this guy up. Give it a good inking. That should be all I need of that one. Put those in the pegs. Lay it down. Press this down. Give it a few presses to make sure all sides are good. Lift it up. It's right where I wanted it to. As you can kind of see from the grid paper, this is perfect for that because you can stamp off and not have to worry about it because you've got a piece of grid paper there. So let me clean this off so we can get some flowers on our project. Make sure you get any outside edges with your chamois, just in case the corner of your ink pad got on the cover here. We're going to take these pieces off. And I'm going to do this one kind of first. Let's do, I'm going to move this down to there because I want to do this, and we're going to lay it right about there. And then I have this guy that I'm going to want right about there. And yeah, I like that. So then I am again going to put those in the peg, press it down, pick these two up, carefully lift it up until it unsticks itself. Make sure everything's still secure up here. And then I'm going to color. I think I'm going to let me do the purple. I'm going to do purple for this. And you know, I will do that again. Let me do these two guys in purple. There we go. I'm going to put that on our pegs. Press it down. Ink it up. Once it's inked, once you have ink on there and you're inking your image, you're stamping your image, it's not going to be sticking to your card stock like it was when it wasn't inked. That little bit of moisture helps it release. So we've got that. I'm going to clean these off, replace them with you see, I got that one. I think this one, I'm going to put that right here. And like that. I'm going to put this one right here so we can get a different kind of flower over here. And this guy right here. Just align it the best that you can with how you think you're going to want it. I think I might even try to get all three of these going. Let me move this down. This is going to be the petal color. So the first one that I did is the detail of the flowers. Detail. This one we'll put some color into it. There we go. And I don't need this anymore. So let's put this down. See how well we can do. We'll have some detail here, some background color over here and here. So full disclosure, guys, see these pegs up here? Don't have the paper in front of you. The paper that comes with it has little holes in the top of this piece of paper, and those holes go into these pegs, so it's not going to move these papers. I haven't got the papers for these yet, and so I'm just using a piece of grid paper, and that's why I'm getting a little bit of movement. However, normally you would not. because this paper would have all of these pegs coming up through them, and you're not going to get any shifting. You would just want to make sure that this piece of cardstock is where you want it, and up against the top. Let me make sure everything is still where I want it. I think I might need to come over a little smidge. Yeah, I like it better. All right, so this time I'm going to use the Flirty Flamingo on all of these pieces. Put them in our pegs, let it drop down, press it down. Lift it up. There you have it. Take these guys off. And I'm going to do one more. I'm going to grab this one. We're going to add some color to this flower, but we are going to give it the color of Petunia Pop. Let's get it stuck on here, like so. Here's my petunia. You know what? No. I think I'm going to do Pretty in Pink on this one. And I'm going to make it really light. So I'm going to dab my color on. I'm going to move this to a different spot. And I'm just going to lay it there. And I'm just going to press it once so I can get some of that color off. Put it back into my pegs. Press it on here so that I can get a lighter color of pink. This is called stamping off, or second generation stamping. So I can stamp once to get that darker color off, stamp again so that you can get a lighter color. I like that look much better. All right. So there we have it. That's how you can use your positioners. You can get your stamps right, especially if it's a 2-stamp project. Get your stamps exactly where you want them. Press this down, and then that way, Simple Simon just puts it right where you want. And like I'd said, especially if we have these in the little peg holes, you can re-stamp that. If you're like, oh, it's a little light, you can re-stamp that again, stamp it off, try it a second time. It's going to go right smack dab in the same exact spot until you remove it from here, because then you can't guarantee where the positioning is by, 1/10 of a centimeter or something. It's a little hard. All right, so that's a little bit how that works. And now we're going to be doing some repositional project. So I'm going to use this piece of paper here. Again, we'll put it kind of sort of in the middle. I'm going to put my magnets down. And then we're going to use this. So this again has the 2 peg holes. It's got the springs on the bottom, and these are going to go at the top. So you can use it here or every inch down the line. So I'm going to start in the middle, and I'm going to start off with this stamp, good size stamp. Probably right about there is where I want it. And then my springs are here, so we want that on the bottom. I'm going to put that right there. I like to hold it up here because, as you can see, there's a little bit of jiggle when it's not all the way down, and I want to make sure that it's going to be centered every time. I hold it, it kind of tips it up a little bit, as you can see, and then I know that everything is centered, and then I will let it go. Now I'm just going to press this. You can see it's hanging over the edge, but that's not going to hurt anything. It's still going to press it just fine. Go like this, pull it off, and I'm going to use, what color? Oh, I'm going to use this color first. I'm going to use some Granny Apple Green. Stamp it up real good. Like so. Close it up. Again, I'm going to put this at the top. I'm going to press down in the middle here, and then I'm going to let it go. Now I can press it down. Press all those sides real good. Let it up. Voila. I will clean this color up. I'm going to leave this on this strip. I don't know if there's a better name for that, but that's what I call it. And then I am going to use, I think I'm going to use yellow. Some Daffodil Delight. Oh, come on, Kelly. I'm just going to stick it there. Ink it up. Get that tip a little bit more. And then I'm going to move it over. And I'm going to get these 2 holes. Let it go. Press the stamp down real good. Lift it up. Beautiful. Wipe off that color. We'll pick a new color. How about pink? What the heck? It's right there in front of me. So we're going to do Pretty in Pink. This time we're going to move it over to the left, and we're going to put into those 2 pegs and press down right there. Voila. I'm going to pick that up. I'll remove the color with my chamois. And we'll do Do I want this one? Oh, yeah, I'm going to do some more Shy Shamrock. Close that up. And then I'm going to take these guys off. I'm going to move it around. I'm going to put this upside down. Until I get it to where I want it positioned. I'm going to do this, you guys. I'm taking this off. I don't like the alignment quite there. I'm going to change it. And I'm going to put it right here. Oh, I even used pink. I need to use something else. Let's see how that alignment works. Yeah, that's good. There we go. Now you could certainly, if you had a smaller image, this is quite a large image, you could certainly take the same image and just scoot it over 1 inch at a time, where you could get several across the bottom. I think that would be really cute, having something like that. I sort of picture in my mind, like, 5 different colors, like a paintbrush, and, a little bit of paint in like 5 different colors, where you can just, do 5 paintbrushes at the top and smear some paint. I kind of picture in that my mind, and, one day I'm hoping to be able to do something like that. All right. Now, what I'm going to do is we're gonna turn this into a card. Right here, I happen to have a butterfly, and I've got this red sitting here. Let's use some real red. Take it off of its block. I'm going to put it right there. And I'm going to use this one because the other one still has my stamp on it. Press that down. Pop it back up. Put some ink on it. Looks good. I don't know how I did it, but I got some red over here. Let me get that off of there so I don't get it on anything. Red is not a color you want to get stuck to anything. It does tend to stain a little bit. Take the ink off of that guy. And then we're going to do a greeting. I'm going to have my greeting in the middle. So it's going to be, hello, friend. Right about there. Get that lined up like I want. Oh, looks close enough. Get it stuck to my plate. I know these are really sticky ones, and so I want to make sure everything stays aligned. And in this one, we're going to use Memento Black. So black being what it is might give me a chance to make it a little blotchy so that it doesn't come out quite perfect, so that you can see what I mean. Put it to those holes. We're going to lay it down. We're going to press it. Press these down real good. Bring it up. And now I'm going to re-ink it because it's not a nice crisp black like I would like to see. So I'm a little off to the side here, but I'm just going to ink it up real good. I'm going to lay this down again, right on top of where it was before. Press it down real good. Can you see how more solid and crisp that color is? The black really fills it in nicely. So now I've got my project. Let me put this away. And then I'm going to finish it up. We're going to put it on a black card base. But I think it needs a little something. So I've decided that I'm going to put down a shamrock layer, and then we'll put this on top of it. So I'm going to do this first, and then I'm going to be doing some trimming of my project. But there you go. Now I also have a few leftover blings. And so I thought I would use them. Again, 5 odd numbers is pleasant to the eye. And so, get you straight here. And so you want to do 3 or 5. And because I have a lot going on, I am just going to go for 5. We're going to put one there. I'm using my take your pick tool to pick these up. It's just so much easier, especially when you have fingernails. Oops. I'm going to want that. Oh, right there is good. I can throw this one away. And then I'm just going to use 2 of these. 2 of these little guys that I will put up in here. Put another guy maybe right there. That looks cute. That looks cute. Now I still have one of those left to go. Now let me just double check. Did I get it right? Sometimes I do it backwards and I open up the card the wrong way. So there you go. See how that is? Just repetitive inking. You can ink twice in the same spot to get a deeper, darker color, or if you've missed a spot, you could color things in a row. They're just, if you wanted to have your image just in a very specific spot, maybe it's in a circle that you want your image. That way you can put your stamp exactly where you want that image to be. And by the time you put the cover plate on it, it's going to pick it up and he's going to lay down the ink in that same spot that you wanted it. And so it's a much more of a precise stamping tool. And it is so valuable in my stamp room. I can't tell you. I use mine a lot whenever I have something where I just need it to be in a certain place, or maybe you're shaky. This is perfect for that. If your hands are shaky, you can put it where you want it, put it on the top plate, press it down. You don't have to worry about messing up the image. So there you go. I'm going to go ahead and finish up this project, and I'm going to make something for you, and I will have it for you in the end credits. Otherwise, there you go, folks. That's how you use the Stampin' Up! Positioner. If you are at all interested in purchasing this and you don't already have a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, please feel free to reach out to me. My information is here. I will have it for you at the end of the video. I will have a link to the product and all of the different colors and products that we've used today. If you don't already have a demonstrator, like I said, and are interested in any of these products, feel free to click on the link, purchase from me or from whoever your demonstrator is. And while you're here, before you leave this video, I would love it if you would give it a thumbs up so that I know that you enjoyed it. And if you haven't already, please click the bell so that you can be notified whenever I upload a new monthly tip video. This was your monthly tip video for July. I hope you enjoy it. Until next time, bye-bye.